What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis playoff edition exclusively on Analysis Playground, going live on there on YouTube. We're going to talk about how the Indiana Pacers ended up getting up big double figure lead and collapsing down the third and the fourth quarter to allow the Pacers to lose this game and the Thunder to win the game, which made it for a good game because obviously we had to watch it all the way until the end and the game was close and it was back and forth. But I got a lot of analysis on this game. First, they would have won this game if Miles Turner would have made the shots. Miles Turner missed too many wide open shots and he kept taking them, and I don't blame him, and I would want him to do that, especially if I'm his teammate and I trust and believe that he can do it, which is making it. He just couldn't do it, and he missed too many shots. Miles Turner was bad in this game offensively. Benedict Mathurin missed way too many free throws. He didn't have the same performance that he had in other games in the series. This probably was his worst game in the series, and it came at the wrong time because they relied on him a lot this entire season and his entire run, and he didn't deliver for them tonight. And then Tyrese Halliburton, the man dribbled the ball out of the basketball too much, and he looked like he didn't want to score until he had to score. You can't play basketball that way. If you're going to be indecisive, you're going to be forcing up a shot or taking a difficult shot. Now, some of the shots he made by going to the rim all the way there from the top of the key, sometimes he was just dribbling. Then he got blocked by Shea. Then he airballed. Then he missed some layups. It's like he didn't really want to score. Why is you getting the ball in your hand just to not score? You do have to do both. There's nothing wrong with wanting to find your teammates. There's nothing wrong with trying to help them throughout the game to get good shots, but you on the court too to put the ball in the basket. Offense means you have to score the basketball. And I just feel like Tyrese Halliburton didn't want to do that each and every time he got the ball, especially as the game got later. It just looked so unorganic, so unnatural, and it just didn't seem like he really had the mind frame that he needed to be aggressive in this game. But to get back to the game, the Thunder won this one 111 to 104. And they ended up starting off the game trailing because the Indiana Pacers won the first quarter 35-34. They also followed that up with a 25-23 second quarter, and they also finished that third quarter 27-23. Then the problem happened. They just couldn't get their offense going enough to finish out the rest of the game, and they lose the first quarter 31-17. Their defense was great for majority of the game. They was getting turnovers. They was getting second chance opportunities. They was getting good shots at the basket and good looks too. And it just looked like the Pacers played better. And it did look like they was the better team throughout this game, especially in those first three quarters. And then the Thunder turned it on at the right moment, at the right time. And they showed resiliency, and they showed that they really wanted to tie it up, and they had to get one in Indy to be able to have home court advantage if it goes 7 in Oklahoma. But I would say I picked the Thunder in 6. It's going to be tough for them to win 3 straight games. But now they only got to win 2 straight games to win in 6. If not, they got to finish this off in 7. The best part about that is it's going to be in Oklahoma City, and that's an advantage that you would love to have because those crowd, that is very amazing, and they really love this game and this team, and it would be a good thing to see. But if it doesn't go there, as long as you win the series is all that matters. You just trying to be a champion for the first time and get it done. But that's all we had to say since that was a pivotal game 4. Now we got to get ready for game 5. But after that, we have to look at this game and see what we have learned and see what they have done right and wrong. And that's the whole purpose of analysis because Chet Holmgren played 37 minutes. He was 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He ended up having 14 points and 15 boards. The offensive rebounds was really key because he got them when they were trying to come back and establish, a identity of how they need to close out this game, and they did. 4 offensive rebounds, 15 total. He did get assists, a steal in the block and a turnover. He also had 4 personal fouls. He was banging his body. He was doing everything. He was putting the extra effort in defensively and just try to have as good of a game as he could have. And he did have a great one. Plus 14 and plus minus. Jalen Williams was really good. He got to the free throw line. He kept attacking. He didn't settle for the mid-range, even though he missed a couple of them. And he kept looking to finish strong, go all the way to the basket. You would like him to dunk some of them too, so he can be able to get and ones or just be able to score a little bit better at the rim. But other than that, he was 8 of 18 from the field. He did go 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. I didn't really like his threes. They wasn't the worst shots, but you probably would like him to turn those down and just take a two or just get to the basket like he did for majority of the game. He went 11 of 11 from the free throw line. That really helped them stay in the game and give them a chance to win. He played 36 minutes, had 27 points, 7 rebounds. One of them was offensive with 3 assists. He did have 4 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. Isaiah Hartenstein started, but he didn't really play starter minutes, in my opinion. He only finished with 21. He went 1 of 3 from the field. The best part about him is he rebounded. 3 of them was offensive out of 6 total. He did have 2 assists and a turnover, 2 personal fouls, a -7 plus minus and 2 points. And then Shai, he had a great game. He shot 50%, so he did what he was supposed to do. He made a big 3 and missed the other ones. He went 1 of 4 from 3. The part of that really helped his game too was going 10 to 10 from the free throw line. They was calling some ticky-tack fouls, and you really couldn't touch people really at all in this game. I feel like the refs really favored, in my personal opinion, the Thunder tonight. I mean, they took 38 free throws. That's crazy. But the Pacers did take 33. I feel like for both teams, it favored the Thunder a little bit more. I feel like they got some calls wrong too. And I think the Pacers are just confident that they can get a stop anyway. So they just let a lot of things go. And it just was a bad game refereeing wise, in my opinion. But other than that, Shai went 12 of 24 from the field. He had 3 rebounds. He did get 3 steals and a block. He did get 2 turnovers, and the big story tonight was the fact that he got 0 assists, but he didn't really need to. Every game is going to have its own challenges. Every game is going to have different results, and this was a game where they needed him to score more and put them in better positions to get open looks. And when he found his shot, it was just so efficient and so dangerous that the Pacers did everything they could to make it tough and difficult. They was going to just live with the result. And Shai was able to make him pay by getting to the free throw line, or he was able to make him pay by just making the shots anyway. But he did miss a couple easy ones. He would like to have those back. I know he's going to look at them and say, I got to make those, because every possession counts and every possession matters, especially when you're going against a great team like Indiana, who was winning majority of this game. And that was a shocker that they weren't able to close it out. But it just shows you how hard it is to beat this Thunder team when they're playing their best basketball. And they didn't really play it enough tonight, especially from the 3-point line, but they made it up in other areas. But Shai also had 4 personal fouls. Luguentz Dort played 33 minutes, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls. He was a +3 and plus minus. He finished with 6. Him and Hartenstein didn't score in double figures. You would like to see that happen more. I think the role players, the others, didn't play as well as they needed to, but it didn't really matter because Jay Will and obviously Shai made the biggest impact on this team besides Chet, but that's their big 3. The other guy that really became huge for them was Alex Caruso off the bench. He played starter minutes, 30 minutes. He was 7 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. That's why they brought him here. That's why they felt like he was going to be a big piece for them. 5 steals tonight in a block, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, +14 and plus minus, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. Just a great game from him. He's going to be the key in this series. If he can make it difficult defensively, get some easy opportunities because of steals and blocks, and still be able to score and still be able to space the floor and still keep the ball moving, he can be that guy that we thought he would, because we thought Aaron Wiggins was going to be that. He didn't play great tonight. He was 0 3 from the field, 0 1 from 3, 1 2 from the free throw line, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was a +5 and plus minus. Isaiah Joe, 5 minutes, 0 1 from the field. It was a 3, but he missed it. 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls, a +2 and plus minus. And then Kenrich Williams, 2 of 4 from the field, 0 1 from 3. 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive with an assist and a turnover, +7 and plus minus. He ended up having 4 points. And then Cason Wallace, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, a -3 and plus minus, 2 points. The bench didn't give them much. They did give them a little bit of defensive help. They did try to knock down the shots that they had got. Didn't do a good job knocking them down, though, but they took them. You got to keep the defense honest, and they was able to do that for the most part. And they was able to mix it up a little bit for them, but some of them didn't play a lot of minutes. Some of them didn't really get a lot of opportunities. And that's what has to happen sometimes is if that's what the team needs and that's the way the team is going and they have something that's working already, the other team got to sacrifice their points or sacrifice their minutes for other guys to help them win this championship, even if it's the bench. But tonight it really wasn't, besides Caruso. And it happens that way. Every game is different. Every game is its own battle. And now we're just going to see who wins the war in the future. Other than that, the rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision, 37 to 78, 47% from the field, 3 of 17, 17% from three. That was bad, and that was a reason why they stayed down a lot of the game. But it happens, man. Like, they didn't take enough to hurt themselves, but it also took enough to where you knew that they have to shoot it better in the next couple games because it's not going to be easy to beat Indiana, and it wasn't easy to do that tonight either. 34 of 38, 89% from the free throw line. That really helped them that they shot really good from the free throw line today. They also had 12 offensive rebounds total, 43 rebound, well, 12 offensive rebounds total and 43 total. 10 assists, 12 steals, 3 blocks, 13 turnovers, and 26 personal fouls. And then you look at the Indiana Pacers. Pascal Siakam has been their best player, but he still has to do so much just to get in a comfortable spot for him to feel that he can score or get to the free throw line. He did both of them, but you still would like him to be more efficient. You know, he's tall, he's strong, he's quick with his decisions, and he did a good enough job to where they could have won the game. It just didn't happen because other guys just didn't make shots, like Miles Turner, Aaron Neesmith, and Benedict Mathurin didn't really do much tonight for them, and they needed that extra push when the Thunder start coming back. But Pascal, 6 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards. He needed to do that. Some box out still killed him tonight. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. He's a +7 and plus minus. This is one of the most complete games that he has ever had, especially in the NBA Finals. And it still didn't work out for him. Aaron Neesmith, like I said, played 30 minutes. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, but he helped mostly with the rebounding. 9 of them total, 4 of them offensive, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover. He did foul out of this game, which was unfortunate. He was a -3 and plus minus with 8 points. You like the fact that he's a willing defender. He's not scared to take on the challenges. He's not scared, to step up when it's needed. And he made his threes, which he mainly out there for, but he just couldn't make other shots, which sucked. But it happens. And Miles Turner, they kept leaving him open. They kept giving him looks, but he went 0 of 6 from three, and he went 3 of 10 from the field. That just can't happen when you're that important to this team. And on top of that, the man only had 2 rebounds. One of them was only offensive, and that was it. He also had 2 assists and a turnover, no steals, and no blocks. You would be surprised by that, but he didn't. And he had 5 personal fouls, and he finished as a -6. The best part of it, he did still get in double figures with 12 because, he made all his free throws that he took, but that was really it. Andrew Nembhard, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. Like I said, he's a guy that comes and goes within their offense, and he did get 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Sometimes you forget he's on the court, then he comes out of nowhere and make a shot. But it happened like that today. He just didn't take a lot of them. He normally doesn't. And he did normally what he does, which is try to defend as high as he can at the highest level and competing wise. He got his steals. He got his blocks. He kept the ball moving. He stayed out the way. And he also made shots when he had them available. So that's all you can ask for him. Tyrese Halliburton, 36 minutes, 7 of 15 from the field, 1 of 7 from three. He took some tough ones. He waited too late to make a decision. He kept getting in his own head, and that can be trouble for NBA players. And some of them he just settled. And you just can't do that if you're trying to beat a team like OKC, because they will turn you over. They will make things difficult. They will swarm you, and they can put you in tougher positions than he actually had to put himself in by just making the decision of how he wanted to score, just get rid of the ball. He finished with 7 assists. He did have 5 turnovers in that game, just to show you that my analysis is accurate. He also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He did get 2 boards, 2 steals. He finished with only 1 personal foul. That was great to see in 36 minutes. He was a +1 and plus minus. He finished with 18 points tonight, but he could have did a lot more. He could have played a whole lot better. He knows it. When he watched the footage, you're going to see how indecisive he was and how much he was really holding himself back because he just didn't know what he really wanted to do sometimes when he had the basketball, and it was hurting him in some possessions because the clock became their enemy, and it ended up aiding OKC to get stops because it either was a shot clock, an air ball, or an out of bounds, and those helped the Thunder get the ball back to be able to claw back in the game to get the lead, and eventually they ended up winning it. Obi Toppin has been phenomenal. 29 minutes, 7 to 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, one of them offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 personal fouls, a minus 15 and plus minus. He had the most points off the bench tonight with 17, and he was huge. The 3-point shooting was there. Using his size and athleticism was there. Even when it came to rebounding, the man has been a pivotal piece for them all series long, and we're going to see if he can continue to do that until the series is over, because they're going to need him. Same with TJ McConnell, 3 of 7 from the field. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Played 18 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a turnover. He finished as a minus 7 and plus minus with 8 points. He brings the speed, he brings the pace, he brings good decision making and decent shot making. He's a respectable guy, and he played a good game tonight. And Benedict Mathurin, he was huge in the other games. Didn't really come through for them tonight. He only took 2 shots outside of going to the free throw line and going 5 of 8 there. He was also 1 of 2 from 3, but he didn't get double figures. He only finished with 8 points in 14 minutes. He did have 2 rebounds, a block, and a turnover with 2 personal fouls, and he finished as a minus 5. And then Ben Shepherd, 12 minutes, got in double figures like the other guys off the bench, but he went with 1 of 1 from the field, which was a 3-point shot that he took and made. And he finished with 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls, and it was a minus 10 and plus minus with 3 points. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision. 34 of 80, 42% from the field, 11 of 36, 30% from 3, 25 of 33, 75% from the free throw line. That really hurted them because they could have stayed in the game. They could have kept a lead in the game, but they just couldn't do it enough. Another thing that hurted them was the 15 turnovers and them getting out rebounded by 10. They only had 7 offensive rebounds and 33 total, while, like I said, the Thunder had 43 that helped them stay in the game. They did get 21 assists, but the Thunder was living off isolations, and they was able to shoot a greater field goal percentage than the Pacers, even though the Pacers shot the 3 ball better tonight. They did have 11 steals, but they lost that battle. And they did also have 4 blocks. While they won that battle, they lost the turnover battle. And they also had 27 personal fouls committed, while the Thunder only had 26. So, like I said, you can't do too much wrong when you in the finals, because the magnitude of becoming NBA championships is always above your head, because this is what the guys play for. This is what the coaches play for. This is what the organization wants. And this is the whole purpose of the NBA, to have a champion every year. And you go through the gauntlet of all the guys and all the teams you got to beat to show you that it was worth it, because all the work you put in paid off. The Pacers did that tonight. They just didn't come home with the victory. And I blame a lot of it on some of the guys just not making plays the way that they normally do. And sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. This was a game where they had it enough to win it, and they blew it just as the game was just ending. I would say Indiana stole game 1. I would honestly say the Thunder stole game 4. So it ended up being 2-2. So you can look at it that way. Like, the Pacers did everything right until those last 5 minutes. Then things just started to blow up in front of their face, and they just had to go a little bit longer. But they just couldn't make enough decisions, just couldn't make enough reads, and they just blew so many opportunities. It felt like they was playing with something on their head, and they just couldn't get the demon off their back. And it sucks, but it happens, man. It's like you can't do it every game. And some of these players like Miles Turner and Benedict, you just expect more because they have shown it in this series, and it just wasn't their night tonight. So I would just say, Tyrese, just be smarter with the ball, be ready to score earlier, and just be ready to make a decision faster. Miles Turner, just keep the same mentality. If it's open, take it. If not, keep the ball moving. He did that tonight. Just his shot wasn't falling. Benedict, you in the game to cause chaos. That's all you need to do when you're out there on the court. And he did show that he can stay with some guys and play some good defense on some guys. And then the Thunder, you guys was trailing. Y'all didn't get scared. Y'all didn't get frightened. Y'all was trailing even going into the third quarter. Y'all was trailing going into the fourth quarter. Y'all stick to the game plan. Y'all stuck to your bread and butter. Y'all know that Shai is tough to guard. Y'all know he's difficult. You know he's going to make shots. You know he's going to miss shots. But y'all stayed with him, and y'all allowed them to play through those mistakes. Y'all allowed him to show that he ain't perfect. He's just a human being that's just great at the game of basketball, and that's all he could do, and that's all he can be. And he is the greatest Thunder ever if he wins this championship. And this is coming from another hooper. Like, the man stayed through all of it and kept going. And this is the type of player that you need if you want to win a championship, is a guy that's fearless and a guy that understands that it's going to be hard sometimes. And I got to be frustrated. I got to be discomfort. I got to be in situations that I'm not going to like, but I still have to know that I'm great at this game. I know how to get to my spots. I know how to get to my shots. And it's just all on me to be able to make them and take them. And my teammates have the utmost confidence in me when I had a ball in my hand to make a play for them or for me. Tonight, he wasn't making plays for his teammates. He was just giving up the ball, allowing them to do their own thing instead of just setting them up for easy opportunities. Sometimes a game plays out like that. That's the main reason why he only had 0 assists. But every game is different, like I said before. So this is what he had to do to win this game. All he can do is continue to figure it out, read and react, make the best decision, whether it's score or get off the ball or just pass it or just get to the free throw line because they couldn't stop you or they couldn't stay in front of you or they just did a frustration foul because you did for the guard. You understand the game. You playing it at the simplest way because you understand what you're trying to do and not doing what you don't want to do. And just remember, it's going to be like a rocky road throughout this whole entire finals. You just got to stay prepared to know your game. And your teammates just got to continue to trust and believe in you. And you just got to do the same for them. And then the same thing for the Pacers. You know what I mean? This was a game where they made a lot of critical mistakes and a lot of mental errors. But, you know, they still put themselves in a position to win it. They kept going until the buzzer ended like they normally do. They just ended up coming out with the loss in this game. They did the thing in game one and people was shocked and surprised that they was able to pull off the upset when the Thunder was up by 15. This has some of those same type of elements for the Thunder. They was able to steal a game in Indy, which people thought that if they didn't win this game, it would be over. They won a game that they had to. They faced adversity. They was in a tough situation throughout this game, and Indy was playing great defense and filling themselves and moving the ball and keeping everybody involved. But they was only down by 3, and they knew that they can win this game and take it, and they did. So all I can say is, Indy, be ready to get back on the road, get your rest, do your preparation, be ready because the finals is not over. It's reset back at 2-2, 3 games left. Whoever wins them or whoever wins it is going to be the champions. Give yourself the best opportunity and the best chance you can to do it. And also all you can do is live with the result. Y'all stay loved up, blessed up. And other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this about various NBA only topics. I also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and those are future stars. I also do my drafts and draft covers too. So if you love that type of content, this is the channel for you. And I will also say I make videos each and every day that I'm living, so that I always give you something to watch and give you some form of entertainment when it comes to basketball, NBA related content. Not only that, I also have over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can check out and you can watch anytime and enjoy them also. And that's what they're there for. Other than that, thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. Thank y'all for continuing to check out the channel. Thank y'all for staying subscribed. Thank y'all for giving this channel a chance. And thank y'all for enjoying the content if you've been a subscriber for a long time. Thank you for supporting me through the past and also through the present and also hopefully in the future. And all I can say is thank y'all, and y'all stay blessed up. Let's continue to make 2025 a better year than 2015. We've been more consistent, putting out more content. We're going a little harder and also enjoying and having a lot of fun with me and the fans as a purpose of going live also, so we can have a better connection and show you that I'm here for y'all. And there's a 50-50 reason why the channel is still up, because you guys enjoy watching and love what I do when it comes to analysis and breakdowns on this channel. And since y'all love that and continue to watch and continue to support, that's why I keep making content and videos. Other than that, I'm going for now. I'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully, if it's meant to be. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay hood. And hopefully you guys enjoyed your day. The weekend is here. So remember to get y'all rest. Continue to get y'all leisure. Continue to have y'all fun. and continue to put that work in through the grind. If you work the weekends, I'm going to be working this weekend too, as you guys know. Try to go 7 days and have fun with it. And I love what I do. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I do it. And I always got to come back for y'all because y'all always find ways to make time for me and time to hear what I got to say and what I want to make. And that's the reason why I love this channel and the fans that's supporting it. Other than that, I'm going for now. And hopefully we can get another good game in game 5. And we will see who wins this series in the next week. And it's going to be crazy to crown a new champion. 7 different seasons have went by, 7 different championships been won, and we're going to see a new team win it again in this decade. Other than that, I'm going for now. Peace out. Y'all stay blessed up. Peace.